Tarot and Oracle forecast for the month of April 2019. If you would like a personal or private reading, or one of those incredible soulmate readings, or any of the other readings available, please go to my website. The links are available in the description box below. Aquarius, I'm going to start with your tea leaf reading and your tea leaf and oracle cards, move on to a relationship reading, and finish up with a tarot reading. Right, now, if I have a look in your teacup for this month, what I see is a chicken or a cock facing up to a peacock. Right at the bottom of the cup, very big. So I think the biggest story coming through for you in April is pride comes up against arrogance and an unwillingness to change or to bend to something. This could be you and another person. It could be two energies within yourself that are warring each other. These two are really squaring up against each other, and they both look like ready for the battle. It could be an internal battle, like I say. Or it could literally be you feeling your pride has been hurt as you square up against somebody who's just not going to back down, who's pretty arrogant about this whole thing. Above that, I see a little bird in flight, and I see a caterpillar and an arrow. So ultimately, this situation will change when news comes in, which brings a change with it. So this is a short standoff. It's a big one, though. It looks like, it's two very big characters. There's an eagle below them as well, which means the problems will be overcome. So whatever the situation is. And then when I look further in the cup, I see there is a V. So this does end well. If we look at your tea leaf cards, we see you've got the wheel, the jug, and the bread. And your oracle card is blessed. Ultimately, that oracle card is saying whatever this situation is, it ends up in a huge blessing somehow. You are blessed somehow by outward circumstances. Someone says something, someone does something, life brings you something, you have a major shift within your mind or your heart. You are blessed by the end of April with a total shift in what is happening. And you may not even feel like you deserve this, but you are deserving of it, and it is coming your way. The beginning of April, you feel like you're spinning your wheels and you're not getting there. The wheel card says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. The feeling more that comes through is that feeling of you're doing this, and you just can't seem to get out of whatever this rut is. However, the next two cards is the jug, light-hearted, carefree time, and the bread, period, prosperity and abundance. So one of two things happens. You decide you're going to go out and have a light-hearted time. This brings abundance into your life. Or two, somehow you get drawn into more light-hearted pursuits, into more social situations with a light-hearted feel to them. The energy, the mood changes totally. And when it does, you find then that abundance starts moving into your life and prosperity as well. But there's definitely a shift happening for you in the month of April. That is a true blessing. Your relationship cards, you get healing family issues and let your friends help you. You get truth and humility. Now, the healing family issue says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. That's a very literal, straightforward message on that card. Let your friends help you says ask for and accept support from others. Ultimately, the story coming through with those two cards is there's some old dynamic, some old hurt, some old disappointment that in the month of April you make peace with. Sometimes it's not even on a conscious level. Relationships benefit from socializing in the month of April, either being with your friends, with your partner, being with your friends by yourself, or if you're looking for a new partner, being in social situations will help you find a new partner. All of this lightens the energy for you. The truth and humility cards really speak about acknowledging that where you are in your life at the moment is where you're supposed to be. Don't be too hard on yourself either, especially where relationships are concerned. What happens. Sometimes that's just the way life unfolds. If you're single at the moment, it's not through any fault of your own. That is what life is asking of you at the moment. If your relationship is not as great as it should be, or that you feel it could be at the moment, go easy on yourself. This is just probably a phase. It's probably going to change at some stage. So accept that for now. Give yourself a hug, this card says, and sort of just flow with the energy at the moment. I know sometimes one really doesn't feel like hearing that, but it's maybe a time to do that. And get out there and socialize. It seems to be the antidote. It seems to be the rescuing. It seems to be what will lighten up and make the energy better in all spheres of relationships, whether you're looking for one or in one in the month of April. That is where you will find things will improve, things will expand, things will look better if you just get out there a bit and socialize. So the tarot cards fill in the pieces to the story, the missing pieces, the puzzle pieces to the story. You get the Queen of Water, the Eight of Air, the Ten of Water, and in this tarot deck, it's number 19, Emotions. Now the Queen of Water says, open your heart, be compassionate and be kind. I think this is more to do with to yourself than anybody else at the moment. That Eight of Swords says we all make mistakes, and sometimes it's just a case of that's the way it is. No one's perfect. We make choices and decisions at the time which are based on whatever happened. It can be our emotions. It can be that seemed to be the best thing to do. It can be we were angry and frustrated, and that's the decision we made, but it's done now. That Ten of Water says you can achieve a feeling of peace, a feeling of contentment, a feeling of being at one with what is happening in your life in the month of April. The Emotions card says this is the way that you can do it. 1, don't prejudge what is happening now or in the future or what has happened in the past. 2, find ways to be happy. Do what makes you happy. Let joy be something that you actually go in search of. Let it be something that you put as a priority in your life. Also, don't suppress your emotions, though. Have a look at your emotions. What are they trying to tell you? Sometimes they are brilliant indicators of something we are doing or saying that is not true to us. Sometimes we overlook our emotions and we ignore them because they're inconvenient at the time. Air signs, Gemini, Libra like myself, Aquarians are very good at doing that. I'm a Libra and I'm Aquarius rising. I can be very good at intellectualizing my emotions right out of the picture. This is sometimes not good. Sometimes one needs to actually sit down and say, you know what, I am really angry about this. And just sit down with yourself and have that conversation. Or I'm really hurt and disappointed by what this person did. And sometimes it's just by saying that to yourself and being honest with yourself about how you feel that you actually avoid 1, lashing out at the person, 2, completely avoiding the person or the situation that raised that. It just helps to find out what you're really feeling. And once you've acknowledged it to yourself, just genuinely said to yourself, even had a conversation in your head with that person about what they've done to you. You needn't sit down with them. They're not always going to be open to listening, are they? It just helps to clarify things. And by the end of April, you can find that peace. You can find that self-forgiveness. There's obviously a few of you out there, if not a lot of you, that feel as if something is your fault. You'll get past that in April and realize life is what life is. At the time, you did what you had to do. You did what happened at that time. You can move on from there. You can find joy. The future can be a very different place. That Emotions card is very beautiful. It has a lot of light coming out the top of the card, and I think by the end of April you can experience that as well. There's a real potential to experience that by the end of April. Making peace with the past seems to be a big message for Aquarians for April. I hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you would like any of those readings I offered at the beginning, the personal, private, soulmate, or subscription to weekly updates for your star sign, please contact me via the links in the description box below. That is via the website. I want to thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, subscribing, and for those of you that share this video, I truly appreciate it. Those of you that comment, I read every single comment. Thank you very much.